Good morning. Hello, everyone. And we are live on YouTube. This is Tara Lee live with my co-host, Drake. We are here to sesh with you this morning. I am obviously out here in my grill, and looks like Drake's over there in trim gel. Good morning, Drake. How are you today?
Good morning. I certainly am, and it most definitely looks beautiful out in your garden, Tara. That's for sure. I'm loving it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Let me get chat pulled out here.
Let's do it. I'm going to be
all that
slightly behind on my end, considering I'm a little trimmy, but I'll do my best. But cheers, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you.
And look at that. First thing in the morning, we got Cameron out there. What's up, Cameron?
Nice.
Good morning. Good morning. And I am waiting for my charcoal to actually get warm over here. I have this little charcoal burner. Let's see if it might not have enough cord on it to show you. Let's see it right here. This little charcoal burner right here. I'm getting this charcoal hot, as you can see next to me. I got this hookah I'm about ready to puff on over here, and I got some temple balls I'm going to puff on with you this morning.
Pass me the hookah.
I'm not swimming anymore. Nope. This is the other garden.
We do a couple different growing techniques around here. We do big flood and drain. We do the conventional style. We do it all. Poultry ponics, fowl ponics.
Yeah, I flooded my garden a while back. We're joking about that. If y'all didn't see that, you can go catch that back. It's like a little 6-minute video I took. Thought I'd share it all with you out there. It's pretty funny. Oh, and I forgot to share the other video. I did a nice little dance in my waders. It was pretty cute.
That video is hilarious.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Keepers of Strains. How are you? CBC. Good morning. Supreme Grape in the house. What are y'all puffing on today? What are y'all doing? Greg, have you even puffed yet this morning? I had a dab. I snuck in a dab before I snuck out here.
I had a sticky one, and I've got another one lined up already. So I just a quick removal of the glove, and we're going in.
Okay. Coffee's tasting good. Foulponics. I know, isn't that hilarious? Foulponics, totally funny. Let me turn my charcoal over here and get them all nice and brown and brown, gray, I guess. Charcoal,
like poultry
gray.
I think that's hilarious.
Yes. Okay, there we go. They're getting done, and we're gonna be smoking this hookah. And I made some temple balls, and this is a temple ball here that I'm gonna be smoking. So this is some older product that I grew. And Red River and I, well, actually Red River more so than I, was washing bubble down on the Hood River. And we also checked in live from down there. Yeah. And this is some of the hash that we did. And I did it the good old Frenchy cannoli style. And let me show you, break that apart. And there's some nice hash inside there.
Look at that.
And this is older material, so it's darker. And I also left it out for a few days, and it also really got dark on me. I didn't just leave it in the fridge. That's kind of, I think, a no-no.
Little bit of a no-no. That's okay.
I think it's a little bit of a no-no.
Oh, actually, you're gonna have to keep showing off your stuff here for a second. I gotta pop upstairs for a sec. I'll be back in a couple secs.
All right. I'll say hello to chat. What do we got going on out there? Good morning, John. Hello. How are you today? Good morning. How are all you fine people? Just so y'all know, keep an eye out for this murder wasp. Or hornet. Frick, now I always screw it up. I can't ever remember what it is. But they are huge. They're like as big as my thumb, this murder wasp hornet. And they have been sighted here in Washington. And I heard, the other day I was on one of the discards, and someone in another state also sighted one. So be on the lookout for those because they will devastate our bee population. They are not so mean to us. Hornets. Okay, thank you. They're not so mean to us, but they will devastate our bee colonies. And we already have problems with our bee colonies. So we really need to be careful about that. Hello from Cape Cod. Welcome. Hello, hello. Good morning to see you here, Jot. Hello, hello. I know nobody should trim alone, Cameron. I thought maybe you were already there. Get your butt on in here, Cameron. Nobody should trim alone. What are you all smoking on? Oh, you have fat ones that aren't a problem? Cool. Well, it's an Asian one and it's an invasive species. It's not native to our land, our area. And they're not good at all. I think I'm gonna just make a nice little worm and set this in here. And then I'm gonna make another one on the other side and see how that works. Let's do another one on the other side. I'm gonna load this up really big. We're gonna have a big ass hookah smoke today. And I'm only smoking the hookah by myself. I'm gonna be elevated. Asian giant horn is what they really are, but Americans have to be all extra. So we're calling them murder. Is that what they are? They had to come up with a new name. Is that it, Bingo? I didn't realize that.
I'm back in action. Murder hornet.
Awesome. Murder hornet. Hey, so if y'all didn't know, I don't remember if I touched back on this again on the last show, but there is a way that people are using a refrigerator to slow down autoflowers so that they're able to keep them long enough to decide whether they want to breed or not. So that's something that we had found out not too long ago. I'm not sure if we chatted about that last week. God, I can't remember on our last show or not.
Yeah, I think we brought it up temporarily.
Did we? Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And then, being able to hinder the growth of a plant a little bit so you can now if you take a cut off this autoflower, let the original plant keep growing, keep the cut in the refrigerator, see the traits on the plant that's growing because autoflowers show them so quickly. They'll only have maybe a week or a few weeks, mind my misinformation there because I'm not certain the exact timeline they have it in the fridge. But that will allow the plant in the fridge, the cutting, to not start metabolizing and processing as quickly. So it'll be further behind, even though it is the same plant with the same internal timer. You haven't changed anything. You've just slowed down the process. So now if you really like what you see from the main one, you have time to allow this one to pollinate if you're working with regulars, because I believe what it was, right? You'd be okay, I like this one, now I can make it work with something else. But it's all like a fine-tuned orchestra when you're working at this level, right? Because you have to have things being ready to receive and give and take, but it's a super cool way and something that we obviously hadn't really heard too much of prior. And generally when you hear someone cloning autoflowers, it doesn't necessarily make much sense, right?
Yeah, cloning autoflower does not work for those out there.
If you're growing it for your herb, it's usually just going to stress the plant out. It's not necessarily ever going to equate to more yield. Have we seen so far with like a true autoflower, like a plant, like if it gets root bound, it's going to flower in a solo cup, like that style plant. Generally, it would more just be for these little tricks that we're learning. So I think there's a little bit of like the misinformation that gets mixed up in the industry too, because you get people talking about quote tricks and other people thinking, okay, I'm just going to clone my autos, and then I've got other people saying, well, my auto can stay in veg 24/7 with no problems, and it's like, well, then you don't have an auto. I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, lots of debacles.
I also want to show off a little bit more hash. I have more hash that I haven't made into temple ball. This is what the hash looks like before I roll it into a temple ball. There's some hash there. And then I have another jar over here. And the unfortunate thing, this is all mystery hash. Let's just say that when Red River and I were doing it, they didn't get written down, all of them. And the ones that did get written down kind of washed off. So I'm literally like, I wonder which one that one was.
Little R&D you got here.
And so I don't know what wash it was, if it was like the end of like third, fourth wash, or if it's like the beginning wash. You can kind of tell by the hash quality, but when it's an older material, you can't really tell by the color. It's really hard.
It's generally all quite a bit darker. Yeah, it all depends on storage of the plant and everything.
Really hard.
Really nice cured product, cured flour get turned into ash, but it is always going to be a little bit darker compared to, say, if you had that exact same profile but it's fresh frozen. Oxidation, just oxidization.
Oxidization.
You know me, I love making up words.
Oxidization. I gotta move this tarp a little bit. I don't want it to get too warm next to this my heat pot down here that I'm heating up the charcoal with. I could just see me setting my set on fire over here. That would be all good. Oh, fire.
Oxidization. Okay.
What's that?
It's oxidization. You got to look the shit up. It kills me. So it's funny. I'd say it's time for a dab now on that note.
Well, hit it for me. I am still waiting for my charcoal to heat up over here.
I'll hit it for you. I forgot you're at the beckoning call.
I'm waiting for the charcoal. I really would like a dab. Y'all dab for me. I'll hit this. I'll hit my little vape pen. Good thing I brought it out here. Helps if you turn it on though. It's amazing how it works when you turn on.
Here's everyone. I hope your dabs or your hoots or your bong rips or your morning or whatever is just filled with greatness. Let's go in. Cheers. And please like, subscribe, and smash the old thumbs up. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Teo, good morning. How are you, good sir? What's up? What's up? Okay. I think these charcoals are looking better. Anybody ever smoke a hookah on here? I'm just curious.
Oh, I've done played around with a hookah a few times in my past.
How red do you need the charcoals? Don't they just have to be kind of all ashy?
Burn everything off the exterior.
These aren't those special light ones, by the way. These are the nice natural ones that don't have the ignition stuff on the outside. Super cocoa. Right here. This is what we're using. And no tobacco's going in this hookah, by the way. No tobacco. Only hash. Only temple balls. We're going to dedicate this one to Frenchy Cannoli this morning. Frenchy Cannoli was the first one to tell me about what a temple ball was. I didn't actually know what a temple ball was. I learned it from him. Yeah, awesome guy. And I'm really sad to see that he's passed, and happy that he has shared all this amazing hash stuff with us. So we're so lucky that he was so inspired and so passionate about cannabis and hash to be able to share it with all of us.
Legacy will go on for forever, I say, a very long time. And that's another one, the Facebook group. I think it's like the Frenchy Cannoli's Lost Art of the Hashish or something along those lines. Incredible group. His Madam Cannoli is still keeping up, posting everything, holding down. We got some other moderators. They're working out to get a bunch of his teachings translated in multiple different languages, so these videos can be released so everyone can experience and enjoy all the plethora of information and just the vibe that Frenchy brought, because he was a mover as well. That was something I always liked about him. Took me a while to be able to get an ear for him, but once I did, it was incredible. And just the energy that came off him was so fun. There was a video that was shared, unfortunately, recently after his passing, and it was just him at a festival, and it was just him up front, and he was just rocking out. It was so.
Oh, his dance moves. Yes, that was awesome.
No one else there. He couldn't give a shit. Frenchy was cool.
I love it. Yeah. And I got to smoke his hookah. They call it a quasar, the bowl on top, which I would love to get, which I'm going to, because I'm not crazy about. We're gonna see how it's gonna work today, because it's a little bit different setup. But what I wanted was an all glass hookah. I didn't want any of that metal stuff in here, which a lot of them do. So that's kind of why I went with this design here. But I got to first experience this hookah. It was at the Hive, and it was too cold. It actually didn't work outside. And I was super bummed. And I was like, oh, I wasn't crazy about the hookah, but I didn't realize it was because it wasn't working very well. And then when we got to go to Emerald Cup and I got to try the Emerald Cup, I was like, oh, this is so much better. It was awesome. It was so cool. And it was so crazy to have, like, I don't know how many, 20 people standing around there taking turns puffing off the big hookah. That was pretty cool at Emerald. If you didn't get to experience that, I'm saddened that you didn't get to, and hopefully there'll be lots of pictures out there. You guys will get to see what took place. Drake, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just preparing. I mean, I just got to see videos, and being in Canada, I don't do too much traveling to these extreme and fun events elsewhere and abroad. But yeah, lucky enough to have people like Tara that give us the insight and the rundown of what they got to experience. And yeah, that hookah, I never got to try it in that context. I was more like, had a 4-cord hookah back in the day that I got from my uncle. And it was generally for either just smoking straight flower with some keef on it, because just the age we were that we had access to. We did some hash, and then at the time there was the shisha craze. That's how they say craze, but there was a lot of, like, there was some shisha hookah parties going on. Shisha is just a conglomeration of, and I don't even remember exactly what it is, so I'm just going to be bland. There's a conglomeration of like some herbs and maybe like some molasses or something else with some flavorings added.
Molasses. They use fruits and molasses.
And
herbs.
Yeah, the good ones use real fruits and stuff. The other ones use synthetics, and then you just add it into your bowl. We would always combine our cannabis with it. You'd have like this cannabis infused kind of like a juicy fucking drops kind of flavor or some shit coming through. And it, just being younger, and lots of the shisha came in different, it was like the original vape pen in a sense, right? You had all these different nicotine contents that you could get, and if someone didn't tell you there was a spiced up shisha there, and you weren't a smoker like myself, I hit it once and like damn near threw up, had to spins. I'm like, what's in this weed? It's tobacco. I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's not weed in this weed.
Yeah, I am not a tobacco fan. Definitely not a tobacco fan. Don't like that head rush. Not for me.
Just like the taste, like, from cigarettes, and from the generation where, if it was cold outside, you had to smoke with the windows up in the car, right? It's fucking cold outside. That's how it goes. So I have been tormented enough. So I just don't like the smell of fucking cigarettes, and it's always bothered me. But then, with the shisha and stuff like that, it's actually quite palatable. It's pretty tasty. But then there you get to actually just experience, like, a pleasant flavor and so on and so forth. But then the effects, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. It's just, I'm sure if you tried it hard enough, you'd get into it. But yeah, just how dizzy it makes you up front when you're not used to it, and like the kind of the high it provides, it's pretty substantial. I did a popper once, like, and when we say popper, it's like you usually have like the fucking, that's where my 10 mil socket went. It's in the fucking kid's rig that fucking took it from your shop, and the 10 mils fit most sockets, sorry, fit a chop of a cigarette, so a little piece of a cigarette in them. So like back in the day, and still we have quite a few friends that just cut the little chops of cigarette, put it in the bottom, pack some weed on top, and then when they light it, it kind of embers, and then as soon as they get to the cigarette embering, they inhale harder, and as soon as it gets through, it pops. So then they call it popper, and then there's head rockers, and some people call
it also pops.
It act like, not like
weird
anything in it pops, but like because you have it packed tight, and it embers, burns away the main mass, and then you inhale really hard, it just kind of goes and pops through into the rig. And then your rig's extra nasty too, because it's got all that nasty stuff in it. But I did one of those back in the day, like high school days, sitting in a car, and I took the note, and I just had to give the rig to my buddy. And it just, like, I felt like an out of body experience, but in a horrible way. Like, I just started, and I felt like my body leaving my chest, and I'm like, what's going on? And it only lasts for 10, 15 minutes, because nicotine or whatever. But yeah, that was a horrible time.
Steelbird says he has the throw up emoji with poppers. I'm thinking he don't like them either.
Right? I know a lot of people that really enjoy them. Have done them for years and years, but it is 100% not my thing. And like, I don't know, crazy. But how about this? Poppers with cherry Blackstones. Think about that. We have seen.
What's cherry Blackstone? What's that?
Blackstone is a cigar. I believe it's cherry Blackstone. And again, just not being a smoker, I might be mispronouncing or like just remembering incorrectly, but I believe they're Blackstones, and I believe it was a cherry, and they're just like a pretty, like, not necessarily extremely smooth cigar. Again, maybe someone's gonna be pissed off at me that likes smoking them, but it's like conventional. I think you get them from just like any gas station or whatnot. Not super expensive.
Is this loud bubbling? Is it coming in?
I can't hear it at all.
Oh, good. Okay.
But yeah, it's just a nasty thick cigar that's probably got like more nicotine content or more something in it. But anyways, yeah, doing pops with those is kind of the next level. It's just even
Oh, this is, I just got a big hit. Ooh, yeah. Got some serious temple ball going on in there.
That one had some punch.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, so it might be a couple flavors mixed together. It's kind of weird.
No,
But
it's just the charcoal.
it is bubbling away.
That is one of the cool things about those. Once you get them going and you have a nice chunk in there, it's like you better have a crew that's ready to puff down.
Holy cow.
Crew of Terra's ready to go.
That's a lot. Woo. Woo.
Yeah, that last
Whoa.
gave me a little bit of the sweats. It made my nose run a bit. He's nice.
Tobacco is the most common medicine to be used alongside other estrogens in traditional ceremony.
That's cool.
Entheogens. Is that it? Did I say that? I didn't say that right.
Well, I'm not reading it, so I won't hold
What
it.
is entheogens? I don't even know what that is.
You said that pretty much right. I can't give you a good description right now. It's familiar enough, but gap in my mind.
Other estrogens.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
We'll get some educated folk in chat to divulge a little bit deeper into that.
That's
please.
Cameron that's telling me about it. So Cameron will
It's
describe
funny
it.
because I was thinking, if Cam was here, he'd fucking want to. That sounds like a
That's Cameron's the one that said it. What's up, Charlie's? Good morning to you. Hello. Hi, Ian. How are you? Missed you coming in. I am having my hookah this morning. Temple ball style. You know what though? I think I need to leave this on. I think it's a little too cold out here. It really cools down too fast.
a makeshift jacket.
Yeah, it took my it stopped bubbling my hash, so I lost it. So now I gotta turn it back on and hopefully get the hash going again. Lemon sour diesel dabs by Kind Selections. Yum.
Be tasty. Kind's always nice and terped right up. Is that the Kind live resin that you're puffing on?
No, this is
Sure.
him. Oh, they might be. Yeah, Kind Selections would be my guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
Kind Selections, but is it the live resin, or I think they have a couple different products. I can't remember. I definitely have grabbed their live a few times.
Good morning, T Baron.
What are you puffing again for anyone that's just tuning in on? What are you hitting out of that lovely?
I am hitting a mystery temple ball
Exactly.
because Red River and I did not write down what we did very well. So it's mystery. And someone else said they were smoking mystery weed. I think it was Ian, because it was whatever was left in his grinder from yesterday. I love that.
good reason why it is always nice to spend that extra couple minutes or a few seconds to label and mark everything and write it down, because it seems easy enough at the time, and then a week later it's all the same. It's all the same. I even recently
Shit.
to move those branches a little more. I got a little confident. Like we do our meetings, daily, and then we talk what we're doing. And I had a spray. I'm doing some tests on very small areas because I got nice sized plants, so I can do a couple trials just for the seasons to come to know what to work with. So I'm working with the herbal solution, levels of our wetting agent, and then sulfur is the main thing that I'm changing the levels with. We have our Jadam sulfur, 100% plant available nutrients. And I sprayed it on a couple branches and thought, oh, I'd know which is which. And yeah, I've had to move them over and mark them. So that Tara showed us, now switching gears, is the charcoal that's used for that hookah that you used, correct? That you said does not have the exterior coating on it. You are muted somehow.
Because I pressed my button on my mic.
I didn't know that, Tara. You're just withholding buttons. I was like, you're not muted, but you're muted. What's wrong?
I have a special button.
That's my trick.
I played your trick, Drake.
I can't do it today. I got this mic back out, so no more tricks for me.
Someone asked if my hookah was electric. It's not electric. I use these. I have a charcoal little light burner over here or a burner, and I turn it on and I have 2 little charcoals on there right now.
Did you know by 2044 Canada's going completely electric hookahs?
What?
Yep, 2024 only electric hookahs.
Really?
No, just fucking.
Oh, I'm like, what? Who would do a law for that?
I said 2044, then I said 2024.
I'm like, what?
The joke I'm making that only fucking igloos would understand is in 2044 they have said they may go all electric in vehicles.
Drake,
Maybe hookahs are involved too. Okay,
you can't play those jokes on me.
I can, but it's gonna be more for my own pleasure. You won't enjoy them with me as much.
Yo, good morning, Hash. How are you?
Oh, good morning.
To take your morning toke. Well, hell yeah. Cheers to you.
Good evening, Hash is pretty good too.
Hash Ketchum. That is a good name.
Hash Ketchum.
That is funny.
I catch them all.
Oh, that is a lot. Holy hell. I think I need like a controller on here somehow because there's a lot of hash in there. Woo! Like my makeshift little foil thing.
It's a perfect little home.
Woo!
All right. What are you sitting in front of? We're out there in this beautiful garden. I see at least 3 plants.
Okay, yeah. We're sitting in front of my garden today.
What's the big green right behind you?
This is Tomatillo right here. Is that the one you're looking at?
I was looking at big green directly behind you, but Tomatillo is
little Tomatillo here.
Anyone ever heard of that cultivar?
So this Tomatillo is a volunteer. It just came up and I just kept it. I've had tomatillos in my garden for years. And every year they're just volunteers. If you have never seen a tomatillo, let me bring this. I'm gonna pick this one. No, we'll pick this one off right here. So these are really cool. If you've never seen a tomatillo, these things they're hollow right now. Like if I was to squish this, it would like totally squish. It's just a shell.
Yeah.
And the fruit is on the inside and it grows inside the shell and the husk protects it. And then when the fruit gets big enough, it kind of splits open the husks sometimes, and it's like has this weird sticky consistency on the inside there. And there's the little flowers, if you see little flowers blooming for another one. I think they're really kind of cool, but I'll show you. So I'll pull this off so you can see what it looks like. So it actually is hollow. Let's just break it open from the bottom. And
okay, yeah.
There is the little tomatillo that's starting to grow. So there, isn't that cool? They're kind of cool. I think they're really cool plants.
I have not seen a tomatillo before.
They grow crazy. They have a citrus, kind of a citrus taste to them. And you can make salsa out of them. You only need one. One will produce a ton of them. I'm not a big tomatillo fan. I just love the plant. I love to grow whatever. I grow lots of things I don't eat. In fact, I have peppers right there that aren't looking so good. I have lots of bugs are eating my peppers this year.
At least someone's eating them.
Leafhoppers or something. But
At least somebody's
I don't really care. I just like to grow. So if the bugs want to eat it, they want to eat it. But so there's a green pepper. Actually, I think it's a yellow pepper behind me. Let me see. Oh, it's a red pepper, red bell pepper. It will be red. They actually are green. They come in green. If you haven't grown peppers before, green peppers, they grow green. And then if they're a red pepper or orange pepper or a yellow pepper, they turn later and they get sweeter as they get that darker redder or yellow color. I kind of feel like in my opinion, I thought the yellow peppers were sweeter than the red peppers. But that was the kind that I grew last year. So I don't know. This year I haven't had any yet. We'll see. And then I have a tomato plant over there next that you can see next over there. But the one in the middle right here, that happens to be my, oh shoot. Now I forgot the name of it. Tropical Moon. Thank you. Tropical Moon, from Vader OG Ocean Grown Seeds. Smells amazing, looks amazing. Probably one of my better plants, I would have to say. This one and that one over there, probably my better plants in the garden. I'd have to say.
Awesome, for sure.
I think I need to get in there and trim. So I do have something going on though. I want to see if you can identify it. Check this out. So look at this. Got some stuff going on here.
Buddy. Well, did you cut those leaves?
Nope.
Interesting. It's like,
I wonder if chat knows what it is.
Specifically in your right hand. Well, it's a pretty even line across, but it's just something larger. Say for instance, grasshopper, locust of some sort, those little buggers, anything with, I would have to assume like caterpillar, anything that's actually there and munching starts.
So I actually know what it is.
Okay, I'm interested. What is it? Am I close? Is it something between one of those bigger animals that can munch away on the leaf that you're noticing?
It's called goose aponics.
Oh, no way. That's from the
goose ponics. My geese are doing this.
That makes sense because they can actually rip the leaves. Because I was like, why is it so straight on that middle finger in your right hand? It's just too straight. Like, bug would have to start at the edge and go. Nom.
My geese are.
Oh, so they're just doing a little bit of the lowers for you.
They go along and they taste shit, and that's what they do.
That's funny. That makes a lot of sense. It looks like
Supreme. You were close. Deer or goat. You were on the right track there, Supreme. Good job.
Go, yeah. Like
John guesses grasshoppers.
She set us up.
I set you up. I did. It was goose ponics.
That was the geese.
Oh man. Oh, if you guys, anybody is thinking about growing blackberries, I would highly recommend Thornless Blackberries. I bought one. Oh, I actually bought 3 and only one survived when I ordered it in the mail. And it was a thornless blackberry bush. And I bought it like several years ago, but it's kind of like taking over an area over here in my garden. And I got to come out every day for like, oh my gosh, I don't know, 2 months and harvest like blackberries, or at least a month, every day for a month, and pull off a few blackberries and eat. I mean, that is such a treat to come out in the garden and have a little snack like that. I just freaking loved it. It was awesome. It was so good.
I'm waiting for my blackberry to take off.
Oh, I've got morning glories growing in my yard. I should go pick those and show you what they look like. Let me go grab some.
We've got some different.
I have different colors of them, and they come back wild too.
Yeah, most of mine are all white that we've got. They are pretty prone to getting they're very nice climbers, nice flower. Pollinators like them. They're good ground cover. They are very prolific. Um, I mean, when I say good ground cover, you almost want to be careful because they're so prolific. Like if you put in even just tiny little plants, cannabis plants with just morning glories, they could get choked out. But the way I've been doing it, by kind of keeping the morning glories at bay a little bit prior and right after transplant, depending on the size of my plants until they're a good size, it works out.
So my morning glories look like this, Drake, with these type of leaves. So
That's very pretty.
how I understand it, and I don't know for sure, and maybe someone knows in chat, but apparently the seeds of these produce a type of LSD.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not sure which one or which variety or which cultivar, but I think that's why the birds don't eat the seeds. They never eat the seeds. It's the craziest thing. It's the one plant that no one will freaking eat. So these are like this bluish one. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty?
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
I'm pretty sure
It
mine are
is
just
so
white.
pretty.
Just white.
Then there's a purple one.
The purple one is beautiful too. I love how it has like the inner star on them. Like that's so
Yeah.
And like that one specifically goes so light pinky purple and fuchsia.
And then look at this white one. It actually has a little bit of purple to it.
Oh, it's got the little star too.
Yeah.
It's even got the North Star. You know which one
Crazy.
shines brightest.
Not pretty. I like this one. This is probably my favorite. This is such a light blue. I don't know if it's coming in the camera. It's such a pretty baby blue with like purple greens to it.
I'd say it's coming in pretty good overall.
Okay.
Really good.
I can't really tell out here because it's really hard for me to
Really
see the
good.
screen. Those are really cool. And then I have butterfly bushes in my yard, and I have roses in my yard. I have I have these other ones, black-eyed Susans. They're kind of, I can't remember, they're not black-eyed Susans, they're another similar flower like them. They kind of look like this. I got these all over my yard.
Cool.
These are really pretty.
Yeah,
Then I got some sunflowers in my yard. Let's see, where am I at in chat? Blackberries invasive species around here in the Northeast. Yeah, they are an invasive species almost over around the shorelines, but these are thornless blackberries. So they are different and they're bigger. They have bigger berries. Oh my God, they're so good.
When I was in Vancouver to help the in-laws move recently, that's one thing I noticed. There's so many blackberries. I was blown away. All of the sides of the streets and in between little groves, it was just chock full of them. And I was seeing lots of cool, like I was seeing brackenford and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I need all this. I need some of that fern. I definitely want all those shoots off the blackberries and the berries themselves. It was just after they were finished. So there was like berries that were just kind of rotting and a little bit too far gone on the trees left. But it's neat to see. But I could imagine, yeah, invasive for sure. And these ones were thorned. These are thorny blackberries.
So in chat, somebody Dad wanted to know the story of the morning glory. That's the story I hear. That's what I understand. And then so Ian says, he said, I forgot and ate them and was acting absolutely insane around my family. And then a friend had a shit ton of them and not sure where he got them though, apparently. Can't find morning glory seeds around there anymore. Good gosh. Well, I can send you some morning glory seeds. I got lots of them. Too many. Actually, they're kind of an invasive species too. But you know what's more of an invasive species here in my yard is that stupid Virginia creeper. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I can't get rid of that shit.
But you can turn it into nutrients.
Yeah, but it's like taking over things and
nutrients.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm gonna have to start doing that. I don't like it. Hey, do you guys know what a Virginia creeper is? Let me go get a chunk of that so you can see what that is.
Yeah, that's what's all up the side of my place. That's what I've been using for vines for the last year and a half.
And then its shoots are really good for all sorts of stuff. I mean, there'd be lots of hormones in the tips of those because they grow so vigorously. The plant material itself is really good for our liquid fertilizers. I just like it because I made a nice little archway,
Making it bigger and bigger.
protect from the sun.
So look, I go and I'm going, let me just pull a little piece off.
Oh yeah, just
Look at that. Like
Yeah.
it just goes for
And
miles.
you could go walk
Like-
somewhere and stick that in the ground and she'll take.
Yeah, like literally what it does is it puts roots out
From
from under here and it just will like root and keep going.
If
and
you bury part
going.
of it, it just starts to root.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this
Yeah.
pothos behind me. I just did that to
Yes,
this piece
gross.
running along the side here. I just stuck it into one of the
Crazy.
pots back here because it got ripped
And
off.
doesn't it also put like a weird berry out? Like, do the birds eat the berry though on those?
I think so. Yeah. They
do.
got a nice.
And
nice
I think
blueberry.
that's kind of how I thought it was white, but I don't remember. But I think that's kind of how they also get to be invasive because the birds eat them and they spread them.
No problem.
So the morning glories aren't as invasive because birds won't eat them and spread them. They just put out so many seeds that they reseed themselves
they're
and they
really
get
hardy.
overpopulated.
They're like drought tolerant and.
Oh
fucking-
yeah. I have them grow. They're all over my wood pile over there. should
If
see
you
them.
have land that won't grow, they're one of the good ones, one of the starter ones. You know, you have dandelions, these thistles, any of the stuff that you see originally in these barren areas, areas where they're having trouble getting rid of these weeds. Those are usually what you want to use to remediate your areas that look the same, right? You want to be able to provide plants that can get the very little moisture and nutrients out of there. And then as soon as you're just doing chop and drop, right? You're just chopping it, dropping it. And if needing, you can reseed into the chop and drop. But the idea is to allow it to do that itself, then chop and dry, and let it just kind of have the system take itself where it needs to go over a couple seasons.
I should see if I have one of those mushrooms coming up. Let me go see if I have a mushroom coming up.
Oh, one of your wine caps?
One of my wine caps. Yeah. Let me see.
Nice.
I don't.
Nice.
They've been coming up every so often.
Garden giants. That's cool. Tara inoculated an area around one of her trees, I believe, or a certain, maybe like a 3x3 area or something. I can't exactly remember. I think it's around one of the trees with some product, some of the wine cap, the garden giants, and received a block of inoculated substrate. I'm not sure exactly what the substrate was from REA and Brandon and I'm losing the other gentleman's name. Had him on a couple times, but yeah, she inoculated earlier, the end of last season, I think it was, or is it the beginning?
Well,
of
it's not very giant. This is probably the smallest one I've seen, but I have one.
Yeah, and it's super cool to see him coming.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, and not super thick, I believe, and it still worked.
Yeah, I was really surprised because I didn't do it right. I applied it too late, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Super happy that I'm actually growing mushrooms that I can eat. Yeah. So hopefully make that tree healthier over there underneath all that. Oh, let's see what I got left on my hookah here. I might have to reload it. I think I need to reload.
Oh, I heard the rooster.
My rooster. Well, I put the did I forget to put the link out in chat? Shit, y'all. I forgot to put the link out in chat if y'all want to hang out. Yeah, if anybody wanted to hang. Did I not put that out in chat? I think I forgot.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
Zero chat, zero. I've trim.
Pin message. There you go. Yeah.
Everybody,
Anybody wants to come say hello, chill and chat with us for a little bit? What time is it? It's come hello with us. Yeah. Come hello. It's what's 5 o'clock or no, five after 10.
I've been trimming that long?
5 after 10. That's what I was gonna say. It is 5 after 10. And yes, I need to fill up my hash because I need more hash. Oh. Well, there we go. Now that's still pretty juicy in there. That's crazy. Crazy how juicy that shit is. Wow. It's juicy.
Loaded.
Juicy.
It's all straight up.
Bingo says bong rip.
heard the man.
Hell yeah. Passion flower will take over your garden. Oh, really? Passion flower. I've never had passion flower.
It's very passionate.
Good morning, Stu. How are you? Oh, by the way, if you're all hanging out with us, remember to have a live chat up and not top chat, or you will miss some of the conversation.
Don't want to be missing out.
I think I'm gonna put a bit more in there. Oh my God, that's a lot. Whoops. I think I'm smoking for like 3 people here. I'm loading a lot of stuff in this hookah. Who's ready to smoke with me today?
I'll have to fire one up again soon here.
So Drake, what are you trimming? Did you talk about what you trimmed or what you got going on? What do you got going on?
Oh, here's a little bit of some black garlic I've been trimming.
Let's look at that pretty stuff.
Black garlic from Jordan of the Islands. It's very rank. There's a couple different phenos I have. This one I call the kind of the sweeter pheno. I've been told it's not very sweet, but in my mind it's sweeter than the other pheno, which is just all straight kind of fuel GMO kind of funk style. This one has that I find a little bit of a sweetness up front with it, but then it's like right hand in hand with the fuely, kind of has that rogue, deep, a little earthy. So it's a bit earthy, but it's got spice with it. And it's not like earthy floral, because earthy floral bothers me. It's kind of more like earthy, something's rotten in the ground, but not rotting like super negative, like a positive, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm jumping all over the place, but it's got this really interesting funk. It's like a sweet rotting funk from in the earth that's not super floral, but it's more on like that gassy heavy side. But at the beginning it comes in with like a sweetness that's I don't know, it comes from the blackberry side of it. It's a blackberry hit with garlic breath, and that blackberry, it kind of just pulls a little bit of that sweet profile, a little bit of, I wouldn't say blackberry, but just something in there, and then it dips into the funk.
I love me some sweet. I don't love me some funk.
I'm not some funk and some sweet.
I think you boys are into the funk.
Well, and when I say funk, like I'm kind of similar with Tara here. I'm pretty
okay, I want to know in chat who is into the funkiest of the funky,
who loves rank cheese, because that's what I consider
rank nasty cheese. Like, who would like to smoke some nasty cheese? That is not me. Okay, so
this is
I'm not a cheese fan, and then I'm also not like a ranky smell of, like, you guys describe it as like gym bag or gym gear.
Or when you get the locker, like a Sophie's breath. If anyone's ever experienced that one was pretty fucking locker room.
Like locker room. Who the hell wants to smell like a locker room? I don't like any of that shit about that. No. I want to know if anybody knows a woman that likes that shit, because I don't like it. I'll hit it if it gets me really, really stony.
They like the funk. Don't you worry, Tara.
But I don't think they like that smell. Yeah, Grape says, I like it. Give me a hand. He might be saying he likes the cheese. No, he might be saying.
And the cheeses are something that I'm always like reserved with. And like, I don't go head over heels for cheese nose. Like, I'm not like, oh yes. I'm always like, oh, what was that? And then the nastier it gets, it's kind of like, no, like you just no. But then it's so loud, you're like, okay, I gotta try. And then you try it and you're just blasted, because they usually pack a fucking punch. But yeah, the cheeses, I usually turn my nose up at. Some of the stuff that has like that locker room, like that, like poop, a little bit of like that baby poop kind of like funk. Like
710 says he's growing one that smells like baby poop. Why would you want one that smells like baby poop?
And on that note, I want that one that he says smells like baby poop, because I'm just curious. But like, I could imagine that I might be like, yeah, this is like a special occasion, or for the select person who really enjoys their poopy little cultivars.
Okay, so I think most women like the sweeter floral candy smells. I think that's more up the woman's alley. That's That's my guess.
I'm not a person to turn down a peach Bellini.
Well, who's gonna turn down something fruity, right? You know, I know you guys aren't gonna
Lots
turn
of-
the
lots of
fruitiness down,
people. Lots of people.
but
But yeah,
I
I know what you're saying. I think just that those flavors in general. I think overall people probably prefer general public sweet and pleasant flavors as opposed to something funky. So like most people like their little lemon or orange or whatever fucking air fresheners or their little oh, I'm at a loss for words. What do we use now? What do we always put the essential oils in? What's it called? We put the essential oils in?
a plug-in. What?
Yeah, it definitely
Scentsy
plugs in.
pot? A
No,
Scentsy pot?
no,
What,
essential
essential
oils in
oils?
water. It's very common. It's gonna kill
A
me.
diffuser, an infuser.
Yes, yeah,
a
it's just a diffuser. Yeah,
diffuser.
little,
I'm like,
arom-
I got distracted during because I'm in chat and I was laughing at chat. Oh my god, jockstrap pheno.
yeah, that's yeah. Are we talking like hockey or baseball or like
Football. Which football though? What
how
country
deep, how
are
deep
you?
are we gonna get into this? You know, there's
Oh my god. Hash says I'd rather hit gym socks than locker room.
gym socks overall. Lots of funky phenos out there,
Oh
but
my
it's just
God.
cool. It's just cool to see all these different profiles we can achieve from you know, the same plant overall. And it just leaves room for so much potential. And now as we learn more and more about these minors, where just a tiny, itty little insignificant, so you would think, amount in a plant will actually completely change its profile. Like, I'm excited. I am excited.
So UK cheese, yum yum. Stu likes that. We got coolest terps I've seen lately was Jack Greenstock with the Donny burger. Smells like cheeseburger with mustard and caramel onions.
So I've got Donny
Tastes
Burger
floral.
from World's Strongest Strains, James Kerr, who took the Skunk Master Flex cut and reversed it on itself. 10 for 10 males so far. Fuck me. Couldn't believe it.
Shit.
Couldn't
wonder if my
believe it.
hash
I
is
got
ready.
5 more from the same time. I purchased 15, only popped 10, wanted to save some. Spent months, you know, going through, and I didn't flower, so I just waited in veg and scoped and watched and let them mature and show me who was who. And by the time I got to 9, I was certain the 10th one just statistically had to be a male, and it looked like it was a male. The sac was pretty like ovule as opposed to nut-y, like it was a little bit ovule. It's a little bit more of a slender and cone shape as opposed to being a little fatter kind of ball. Kept that male around, seemingly female, for a long time until it was big enough that I could take a whole room of cuts. Decided to try one first in one of the rounds because I had just one other small plant to throw in there. Threw in a cut of it in there, and yeah, within the first week or two, I could tell that is not a female. That is not even close. That is a very vigorous boy. So then I had to get rid of my 10th Donny Burger. I'm let down because that Donny Burger is incredible for hash. I keep hearing from like people all around, so I'm led to believe most phenols even do pretty good, and then funk, all these different funks. And I'm not 100% sure on the lineage, but with the potentially polyhybrid shenanigans, so we could have a lot of different variables in it, but just a similar direction they all go. So I want to pop those next 5 Donny Burgers soon, and I'm more just curious to see if I can I think we ran the numbers, thanks 710, and it was like something like 1 to 5,700 and something are the odds right now with having 10 males. But if we get 15 males, that incrementally increases the statistic unlikelihood. So we'll have to see. Be great for breeders, but unfortunately I'm not there. So just a bunch of boys in my room when I needed ladies.
Damn it, I hate it when those men show up.
Unannounced,
Unannounced men.
Don't even
I can't believe how big that male got in my garden before I realized it.
Yeah, you had one too. You had a very special one.
It was crazy.
Pulled the fast one on you.
That was crazy. I'm curious. Everybody, if you're on your phone, put a 1 in chat. If you're on your computer, put 2. I'm just curious. One, if you're on your phone. Two, if you're on a computer.
47 for any other device.
I think more people are going to be on their phone than going to be on their computer. Woo! I don't know that I like this temple ball thing so much. It seems like it's hotter.
I think there's a fine art to it as well. I'm not thinking there's definitely a fine art to it.
Lemon Hoko raid, Northwest 47
Oh,
raid. We love the raid.
And for everyone watching, make sure you hop over to the NW47 Discord server. Reach out to Lemon Hoko, hit them up. You'll get an invite and come over there and chill. It's an awesome group, guys and gals, and everyone in between. And from breeders to growers to just passionate people. You'll catch Tara and myself over there quite often as well. It's just nice while you're working away sometimes to listen to these educated people.
And if you don't know how to get hold of Lemon, you can get a hold of one of us and we can get you a pass as well. We can contact them and get you a pass as well. So, but it's really cool. They kind of ask people who they are and get to know them a little bit before they let them in. They don't just give anybody, let anybody in. So I think it's kind of nice to have that little bit of security.
We don't want no trolls. We just want to have a good time and talk grows. And there's even some special areas for all things included. So yeah, it's awesome. But cheers. Thanks for jumping in. I'll dabble. I'll take off my glove and I'll dab one out for NW47. Why not?
Bingo's like, what's 1 and 2 mean? He wasn't paying attention. That's how you know when people aren't paying attention in chat.
It was 1 if you're on your phone, 2 if you're on your computer, and 47 if you're on any other device.
Lemon the legend. Hell yeah. You betcha. He sure is.
Yeah,
what's up, Old Smoke? Good morning.
Serious breeders, lots of good knowledge and lots of potential to be a tester if, for really reputable stuff. If you are someone that can actually live up to being a tester, AKA pictures and updates and all the fun that comes with it. But yeah, great place. So.
By the way, Lemon, you're welcome to join. You can join up there, the link. Anybody can join. I put that link up there so anybody can join.
Did you guys forget? We said come hello with us.
Yeah, come hang. Come say hello. Come hello. Drake's bored. He's in the trim gel. He has nothing to do today but trim.
I got lots to do too, but I can't because I have to trim. Shenanigans, I say.
Bingo says he couldn't hear me. How could you not hear me? Everybody can hear me. I'm loud.
Yeah, Bingo, it's not adding up, bud. Something doesn't line up here.
He's got me on mute. He's just really listening to someone else in the background.
Walking away from the camera. Doesn't even care about us.
Hey, what's up? Well, I'm going to give y'all, what time is it? Oh, it's 4:20 somewhere, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
In 1 minute.
Take this glove off, didn't I? Bah.
I'm going to say, let's hit it one more time. And I'm going to give y'all about 5 more minutes. We're going to talk about what we got coming on next, what we got planned. And if no one jumps on in the next 5 minutes, I think Drake and I'll jump off here. The wind breeze is starting to pick up here just a little bit.
Reuse your damn gloves. See that? Just the lift and blow. Slides right out. No flipping and throwing it out and using fucking new glove every 10 minutes. You can reuse them a little while. And if you're not touching that bud, messing up all those heads,
I think everybody
using it,
their gloves.
And you should probably just hold by the stem and you won't get hash all over your fingers. Been trimming for hours this morning.
Wow. Yeah, see, I'm not very good like that. That's why I don't trim.
Well, I mean, we just don't want to fucking destroy our buds, right? Wreck all those heads we're working so hard to grow and preserve and then just mangle them all around. So then the air smells great, but then the bag doesn't 2 weeks later.
Cheers, y'all. 4:20 somewhere. John doesn't have good internet. I know. I wish you did, John. It'd be nice to have you hang.
We'll make you a deal, John. You
Cheers.
can come anywhere. We'll deal with your awful internet just for you, John.
Woo! I tell you, this hookah has really got me going today.
The hook?
Yeah. I have to say though, it's not my favorite.
Dirt.
It's really not my favorite. It's definitely it's cool. It's nice. I think it would be a lot more fun with a whole bunch of people smoking it.
Oh, I definitely rabbit hole too.
Because
that was one of the things we were speaking of, because the hookah being a fine-tuned device,
Yeah.
I think Frenchie specifically, and even like you said, in the wrong environment, it didn't thrive. Very certain parameters you want to follow and have for it to actually be a pleasant experience. Because same thing, like you're noticing, it's not necessarily perfect temperature in your dome there, so there might be a little bit too hot or a little too cold. They're not quite working properly, and there's a lot of variables. Hell, the wrong charcoal, the wrong anything.
But there's lots of oils. I got plenty of oil in there. And it's bubbling. But yes, it was a hell of a hit today. I had fun smoking it with you, though. It was nice. It was cool. I've wanted to hit my hookah on the stream. I got it about a week ago.
I wonder if there's a purge design of some sorts. I can't imagine it at all because I'm not very crafty, but because that's one of the things when you have like a 4-cord hookah and they got like 5-foot cords so everyone can hit it. It's a lot of fun. But after the one person inhales, if you take any time break in between, all that smoke in the line is just going stale, and same within the hookah. So it'd be cool.
You can pull these out.
So I guess you could pull it out, blow it, then you could potentially blow through the hookah if it was in a manner that it worked, so you didn't have to have the stale smoke in it. But it'd be kind of neat to have something that was a little more automated.
I just blow it out.
Yeah. That being said, I'm happy with the dab rig. Which I'm about
it is better. I will have to say it is better. Cleaning that out.
If you
I also have a different hose. I have a plastic hose with like a metal, a nice silver end on it, but I don't like it because the hose is too big and it's gonna knock over my hookah because the hose is like.
That was the cool thing. Like the hookah that I was gifted back in the day, which I no longer have, unfortunately, was a pretty good size one. Like it sat about 3.5, 4 feet tall total. And then it could spin, which was neat. And it had 4 cords. And then they were kind of like, if you're an old gamer, it was like the blue tiger camo, like kind of blue tiger print. And then, so you could have the 4 cords and you could just essentially pass a cord to the left every time. And then the whole top would just spin and you could have a room of, 12 people. And it was a good size. Just too hard to get the parameters right for anything other than like that shisha, where it's just something that burns at a constant temp, but then you're smoking shisha, which is no fun. But yeah, for cannabis, it was always like everyone got real cheap really quick with a lot.
So I would like to do some of my own shisha. Like maybe I can make some of my own shisha. I can get some molasses myself, and I can take some apples and I can chop some of that stuff up, or maybe do something like that. What do y'all think? Anybody ever make your own shisha out there? That'd be cool. I don't know. Or buy my own. There's my husband.
Hey, Phil. I see Phil. Where's Waldo?
I don't know what he's doing. Walking over by the tractor for something. Woo! Well,
all right, dab time.
I had fun smoking my hookah with y'all. It was awesome hanging out. It was awesome having temple balls with y'all. Would you like to see me in my garden again next week, or do y'all really care? What's your thoughts? I would like your vote in chat. 1, if you'd like to see me in the garden again, or it doesn't really matter. You just want us to hang out and chit chat.
2 is that one.
2 is that one. 2, it doesn't matter. And 3, you really don't care. It's just like, whatever, what the hell. Well, I am happy, elevated, and I'm ready to move all this computer stuff back inside. And then I am going to go out and check in my pond, my ponics back there, my geese ponics. My geese ponics, it has only this much water in it today. It's only got about 4 inches left to drain. So I will be harvesting potatoes really soon. Hopefully it didn't get ruined out there. And that was the main thing I was worried about getting ruined in my flood, was the potatoes, because they're really ready to harvest, and maybe some tomatoes that would have maybe got ruined. But I really don't think it's going to hurt my cannabis plant, Strike. What do you think?
It's a little hard to flood and drain those potatoes properly at this stage. I'm confident in your abilities, though.
I
The
really don't think
cannabis,
it's gonna
what
hurt.
do I think?
Yeah.
I think you're lucky the beds are there because they will contain at least the material, so it didn't just wash away. So that's fantastic. You still got the substrate. The plants look pretty happy from when we saw them last, when they were like yesterday. So I wouldn't necessarily think it's extremely beneficial overall, but I don't know how much detrimental. We'll have to just sit and see it. I mean, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water, a lot of saturation, but it also has drainage. It's not sitting for an extra. I mean, it's kind of long, 18 hours from start to drain type thing, or a little longer. So should be good. The plant
18 hours.
wasn't it, or is it longer than 18 hours?
It's longer.
Okay, I was being coy for camera.
Like 5 days.
5 days it's
Maybe,
taken to drain?
I don't know, 4
I wasn't
days.
being that
When did
coy.
I did it? 4 days? 4 days? I can't remember what day I did it
It was
on.
like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
3. It's
Max.
probably going to be, it'll probably be 4 days, 5 days by the
My
time
goodness.
4 days by the time I can actually walk down there.
Well, if the plants aren't showing issues now, I doubt they're going to start
Yeah, I
showing
think
issues
it'll be
after
okay.
it dries up. But they're probably fully saturated. They are good.
So we have one vote for yes, they like to see us in the garden. The other one says they don't care. Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll set my camera up and my computer. That would be better, and I'll just do 2 cameras next time, and then we'll come out, and maybe I'll take you for more of a tour. We'll go along for a walk rather than sit here in my garden. We'll take you on a little bit more of a tour, and we'll go through and take you out back, take you by maybe out there by the, oh, that's right. The internet sometimes doesn't come in. We'll see. We'll see how that works. We'll try it.
Yeah,
I don't like to have a glitchy thing with you. But I could take I could take a whole bunch of videos and have them ready for you and have them uploaded as well too. Trying to do a wash and pre-harvest. There you go. John says 1, 2, 3. I love you, John. You're awesome. Oh, well, y'all, it's been an awesome morning hanging out with you. I am so happy and high and elevated, and I am ready to move all this back in and get going. I have some stuff I've got to do. I've got mushroom logs over here I still got to work on. I
Nice.
still got to go in here and thin out some of my girls, as you can see. So yeah, Drake, and you got trimming to do.
Yeah, I got
So
a bunch of stuff to do outside after, so we'll see when I can get to that. But it's been a pleasure. Thanks for everyone to tune in. If you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Big thanks. And Tara, let's close them out.
yes, thanks everybody. Have an amazing day, and please go out and spread the love. Spread that cannabis love, because we love you and we love to show our love and share it to y'all. You have a fantastic day. Peace and love. And we'll see you what's today? Wednesday. We'll see you back on Saturday morning at 9:00 a.m. Pacific. Bye, y'all. Cheers. My mic's in the way.